This year we're celebrating 50 years of library service within Moonee Valley. And whilst we have 5 wonderful public libraries, we are always looking to make books more accessible to the community. We're building little libraries across the city, sponsored by Moonee Valley Libraries, which provide easy access to books for readers of all ages and backgrounds. We want to encourage a love of reading and lifelong learning within our community.
Not only do these little libraries support literacy for people of all ages, but they also foster a sense of community and they encourage an idea about recycling. The Aberfeldy Men's Shed have taken on this project of building these wonderful little book houses, and they've done an amazing job utilising recycled materials wherever they can. The Moonee Valley Libraries are really happy to support a project like this, which has community, sustainability and literacy at its heart.
Acorn is a great opportunity to meet with other people. It's a networking without the awkwardness. Everybody gets to share their experiences, brainstorm. It's almost like another brains trust.
I've been coming to Acorn now for the last month actually, every Thursday, and it's been great. I've been meeting new faces, new people, and they've been great and giving me some good ideas.
Technology is changing how, when and where we work. Council has started Acorn, a co-working space for entrepreneurs and business people to meet, share and collaborate. Acorn is currently a trial at Sam Merrifield Library with space for 15 businesses in 3 sessions each Thursday, and includes a program of business speakers to share their experiences. If you're interested, visit our website to reserve your place.
My name's Laura and I care for my 14-year-old son Christian. Christian's been diagnosed with autism. We found with Christian that he wasn't speaking at the age of 2 and we were very concerned. He doesn't speak much now at all. My average day as a carer is just go from the morning. When Christian gets up at 5 a.m, I'm up with him just to supervise and make sure everything's okay and that he's safe. There's no 2 days for me that are the same. There's no minute that it's the same. It could change from being happy to an absolute volcano eruption. But we try to keep him as happy and content as he can be and explain to him how his day will look. With Christian, he will communicate to us through either putting on some music and making us interact with him, or playing the piano and asking us to sing with him by making us stand next to him, and we just all come together as a family.
My name is Isaiah and I care for my brother Christian. Having a connection with my brother is very special. With music, I play the piano and he sings.
In the early days when people would stare at me, for instance in the supermarket when Christian was having a little tantrum or whatever he was having, I found it really upsetting and it really made me feel uncomfortable. So just offering your help or saying, is everything okay, has such an impact on one's life when they're having that moment with their child.
I wrote a song called My Brother that was for Christian, and I wrote it because I wanted to express out all my feelings and show everyone that how I feel about having a brother with autism. You're so affectionate and no one can change that. You are loving and kind to everyone around you. When you smile, it makes me so happy. When I get angry, remember I will always love you. I
This is how we get social.
I think it's better to walk to school because we can get out, do some physical activity, look at the environment.
So what I like about walking to school is that you get energised and you can talk to all your friends.
I feel awake from the fresh air and I'm not as tired and I'm ready to go to school.
What makes walking to school really fun is that you can do it with mates and interact with other people, and you can find out things about other people that you don't know already.
After walking, I feel healthy and fresh and ready for the day.
I think that walking to school is fun because, especially now with all the active paths, I think that because the whole school's involved, you can walk with your friends and teachers sometimes.
Moonee Valley City Council engaged Kids Own Publishing to make this book with the children of the Avondale Heights Preschool. They have been walking, talking, looking, listening, and we've been making art with Verity, our artist. All of that content is gathered then and put into a book.
The reactions from the children for this project have been really warm and responsive. They have been so excited about being involved in the project.
And the most exciting thing about the book that is made by the children for the children of Moonee Valley is that we are going to be able to deliver this book to each one of our education and care services in Moonee Valley.
Good evening everybody, I'm Brian Lancaster, Chief Executive Officer of Moonee Valley City Council. I'd like to open the meeting and welcome everyone to this statutory meeting of Council for the 30th of October 2018. Moonee Valley City Council respectfully acknowledges the traditional custodians of this land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and pays respect to their spirits, ancestors, elders and community members past and present. Tonight's statutory meeting is being live streamed on the internet. A recording of this meeting will be archived and made available on Council's website. Gallery attendees are therefore advised that their presence may be recorded. Councillors, as there is no appointed chairperson tonight, the first task is to appoint a temporary chairperson. Therefore, councillors, I call for nominations to appoint a temporary chairperson. Councillor Marshall.
Yes, I will nominate Councillor John Sypek.
Councillor Sypek, do you accept that nomination and second that nomination?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please take the chair.
Thank you very much. Firstly, I'd like to call for apologies. Do we have any apologies tonight, councillors? I don't believe we have. Next item of business on tonight's agenda is declarations by councillors. So does any councillor have any conflict of interest in any item on tonight's agenda? No, we don't. I will then actually now go to presentations to the outgoing Mayor and Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Sypek. On behalf of the rest of the councillors in the City of Moonee Valley, I would like to present you with the gavel for your wonderful year as Mayor. Thank you for leading us in a way that we got through the end of the year. We've had all sorts of challenges thrown at us and got through the year, so I think the city is a better place because of it.
Thank you very much for your kind words, former Deputy Mayor, and I do have a presentation for you as well. Being a Mayor is a very taxing job, and without a great deputy like yourself, it would have been a lot harder, and I know you've stepped in a few times for me when I couldn't make it to certain places, and people really enjoy the Deputy Mayor coming if the Mayor couldn't make it, so I just want to say I've probably been in council for 15 years and you've probably been one of my best, or actually you are my best Deputy Mayor that I've ever had. So I've only had 2 of them, but you are the better one, so congratulations. Well done. Thanks very much. Okay, councillors, the next item is council reports. And councillors, we have 2 reports on tonight's agenda. And the first report is 5.1, and it's the term of the Mayor. So, councillors, do I have a mover and seconder for the term of the Mayor? Councillor Sorais.
Thank you, Councillor Sypek. I move the recommendation that Council 1 appoints its next Mayor for a period of 12 months, 2 appoints its next Deputy Mayor for a period of 12 months, 3 appoints the Deputy Mayor to the role of the Acting Mayor for the duration of his or her term as per section 73 in brackets 3 of the Local Government Act 1989.
Thank you, Councillor. So you're moving that one. So do I have a second to Councillor? Councillor Lawrence. Councillors, would anyone like to speak on the item? As there is no dissent, I'll put that straight to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. 5.2 on tonight's agenda is council meeting schedules for 2019. So, councillors, do I have a motion? Councillor Marshall.
Yes, I'll move a motion in the form of the officer's recommendation.
Thank you, Councillor. I'll see if I can get a seconder for you. Councillor Nation. Councillor Marshall or any other councillor would like to speak on the item? As there is no dissent, I'll put that straight to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. So we now have reached to the part of the meeting where we will elect the new Mayor and Deputy Mayor. And now I would like to invite nominations for the position of the Mayor, and I will now vacate the chair and ask the CEO to commence that process. Thank you, Brian Lancaster.
Thank you, Councillor Sypek. Councillors, to commence this process, I now call for nominations for the position of Mayor for the 2018-2019 council year.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Narelle Sharp.
Councillor Sharp, do you accept and second that nomination? Thank you, Councillor Sharp. Are there any other nominations for the position of Mayor?
I'd like to nominate Councillor Cam Nation.
Councillor Nation, do you accept and second that nomination? Thank you, Councillor. Therefore, there being 2 nominations, I will now call for those who wish to register their vote for Councillor Sharp to show by hands their vote. Councillor Sypek, Councillor Sharp, Councillor Marshall, Councillor Cusack and Councillor Lawrence. Councillors, please show by hands those who wish to vote for Councillor Nation. Councillor Sorais, Councillor Nation, Councillor Samantha Byrne and Councillor Rebecca Gauci-Marici. Therefore, I declare Councillor Narelle Sharp as the Mayor for 2018-2019.
Thank you very much, Mr Lancaster. Firstly, I would like to thank my fellow councillors for their support and confidence in me to take on this role as Mayor. As Councillor Sypek said earlier, it's certainly a very big job, and as this is my third time as Mayor, I'm certainly very, very thankful and very humbled that I have the support of my fellow councillors to be Mayor for this following year. It's a bit overwhelming, so apologies if I'm taking a bit longer than what I normally might. I know that I certainly have really big shoes to fill. Councillor Sypek has had a spectacular year as Mayor in this past year. We've certainly made a huge dent in our capital works program and have received an unprecedented amount of grants, state government grants that have helped us along that way, and that is all to the great work of Mayor Sypek. So I really thank him from the bottom of my heart for setting the groundwork for a fantastic year and years ahead. It's all about providing for our community at a grassroots level, and that's what we're here to do in local government. And I foresee a great year coming. We certainly always have lots of issues to tackle, things you expect and things you don't expect. We have big ticket items probably across all of the entire municipality, all of our wards. We've got the Flemington and Ascot Vale housing estates down in Moonee ward. I want to tackle Windy Hill up in our ward this year. And we have the Nidri Community Hub in Rosehill ward. That's just to name a few of the big items on the agenda. I must also thank Councillor Samantha Byrne, former Deputy Mayor, for her leadership under Mayor Sypek for the past year as well, and pay my respects to Councillor Cam Nation, Moonee ward. I look forward to working with everybody over the next few years, and continuing, just as I said, the great work that Moonee Valley does as a whole for our community at a grassroots level. So thank you very much. And thank you, Mr Lancaster.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The next item on the agenda is the election of the Deputy Mayor. To commence the process, I now call for nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor for the 2018-2019 council year.
I'd like to nominate Councillor John Sypek.
Councillor Sypek, do you accept that nomination and second that nomination?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for Deputy Mayor? Councillor Nation.
I would like to nominate Councillor Rebecca Gauci-Marici.
Councillor Gauci-Marici, do you accept that nomination and second that nomination?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I will now put that to the vote. So, councillors, please show by hands your vote for Councillor Sypek. Councillor Sypek, Councillor Marshall, Councillor Sharp, Councillor Cusack, Councillor Lawrence. Councillors, please show by hands for the voting for Councillor Gauci-Marici. Councillor Sarace, Councillor Nation, Councillor Byrne and Councillor Gauci-Marici. Therefore, I declare as Deputy Mayor, Councillor John Sypek.
You want to say a few words? Colleagues, I just want to thank you for your trust in me to be the deputy for Councillor Sharp. I believe we're going to have another fantastic stellar year, as Councillor Sharp said. I look forward to working with you. I look forward to working with all my colleagues and with the officers, and I think the community will be well served with Councillor Sharp and myself at the helm again. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formalities for tonight's meeting. So thank you very much for your attendance and for watching at home on live streaming. Our next council meeting will be held on Tuesday the 13th of November at 6:30 p.m, and we certainly look forward to seeing you then. Good night.